Hello, welcome to this week's Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence. I'm your host, Miss Ronnie, where I always seek to give you exquisite cranial repertoire. This week, I want to talk about how we as Black people treat each other. And I'm going to tell you how this ties into music. The artists normally try to create forms of revenue or streams of income within their business model. So you will see artists that may have like restaurants and beauty lines and clothing lines and, like I said, other streams of income, laundromats and clothes cleaners and all kinds of different things. And even now moving into technology. But you will see that artists that really make it big, they also have other businesses that they have incorporated into their business model. A foodie by the name of Keith Lee has gotten social media on fire with his visit to Atlanta. I had listened to some other content creators. I was vaguely familiar with him because I'm not like a foodie like person like that. But I watched a TikTok that was in, her name is Voodoo Doll, her Voodoo Doll TV on YouTube. She was doing her commentary on it, and I watched a TikTok of a woman in her commentary saying that basically, to me, this is how I took it, that regular people should get up and move to the back of the bus for people who have notoriety. And I made a comment. I might have to go back and find that comment, but I made a comment saying, didn't Rosa Parks teach us that that's what this is? And I have a degree in sociology, and to me, I think that there's always racism within one's own culture, because if you read different stories and poems throughout history, there's always a group of people that would shun their own people if they go against tradition. I mean, so that is not uncommon. But in today's age, to think that somebody would put someone else before them just because they're a celebrity is showing what people are valuing today. Because I'm going to do another show. And I remember in class one time talking about in other cultures how they revere their elderly because they consider them wise experts. And a lot of times in the United States, people don't do that. And that's hence a comment that I saw made about Kaya, but that would be another show. Some people are still looking at the situation as restaurant reviews, but it has opened up the conversation to discrimination amongst ourselves. I think it means so much that the behavior was in Atlanta because of what Atlanta has traditionally represented in Black history. I mean, even before Housewives of Atlanta and all those different reality shows, Atlanta was like a place where Black people would go to, I guess, spread their wings. Some people would go out to LA, trying to live their dreams. But when I think, especially growing up, of Atlanta, I thought of where people like me could go and be affluent. I thought of the Huxtables, and yes, my husband is going to be this, and I'm going to be this, and our children are going to be this. And it was like the Black American dream. So I'd like to read a few of the comments of the emotion that has surfaced from, I guess, the opinions of people of how they felt. But I want to take a deeper look. Loverboy on Twitter states, seeing this in real time in 2023 is both surreal and disheartening. Mike Lowry of Project Management comments, he's referring to Keith Lee, also exposed how messed up we are as people. And I may pronounce this wrong. It's either wheel with two eyes or we. I don't know. Wheel. He said, we really don't talk deeply enough about this internalized racism in the community. Another comment was, and the black elitism that has been rampant in Atlanta for a while now. Somebody named Josh said, and people are mad saying he, who was referring to Keith Lee, should have just accepted special treatment. And I'm kind of, I'm kind of on his side. Treat everybody right, and then you don't have to worry about getting caught doing wrong. So if he sent his family in to a restaurant and they can't be accommodated, I'm sure they didn't look like scruffies. You know what I'm saying? So, but I just think it's just bigger than just a restaurant. My thoughts. I think that we need to think deeper than restaurants and customer service. That we need to examine how we treat each other within our culture and community, and not let the abused become the abusers. That includes reality TV, the behavior that's exhibited in reality TV, especially among the urban community, social media interactions, how you speak about others in your music, or even in your customer service. We just celebrated 50 years of hip hop. And I know some people might say, how does any of this have to do with music? It has a lot to do with music because people express their pain and their joy, especially independent artists, through their music. So if I'm going to use love and hip hop, love and hip hop should be centered on people in the music industry that also have relationships. But a lot of the behavior, how can you have a relationship with the behavior that is being exhibited in some of these relationships? I mean, do you have to eat poop pie to be able to stay on TV, to be relevant? Can you not just be doing good? Even in social media interactions, I looked at, I want to say it was, I can't remember who it was, but they were saying something about DJ Academics, Saucy Santana. He was talking to DJ Academics about, basically, he was saying that, the part that I took from it, okay, no, but he was saying that some of the things that you say are so disrespectful that you would never say in someone's face, which is true. And you see that a lot when people are commentators giving their commentary, and I'm going to drag you, I'm going to do this. But who gives you the right to do that? You know what I'm saying? You can say something which is constructive criticism. I wrote a blog one time on constructive criticism versus criticism. And some of the people, I was, this is so off subject, but I was looking at a post that somebody made of all the celebrities who had gotten their teeth fixed. And somebody made a comment about some of the derogatory comments that were being made. And they said, I'm sure half of you who are making all these ugly remarks about these people's teeth have plaque buildup, yellow stains, stacked teeth. And I was like, oh my God. But I was like, if you think about it, that's probably is true, because when people are behind screens or not, don't have a common face-to-face interaction with you, they will say some of the most horrendous things. So I do agree with it. on that social media interaction and how you speak about others in your music. I mean, even just listening to hip hop, it used to be even with Flavor Flav, Flavor Flav, even with Flavor Flav, I love Flavor Flav, but and he was known for being the funny conscious guy with Chuck D in Public Enemy. And when you say Public Enemy, you know it's a serious topic. They're talking about this. It is here to teach you something. You never heard any Public Enemy music talking crazy if it was not the truth. Now in music, we have, and music has always had hidden messages. And you have to think about the spirits that serve, the wine, the liquor that's served when a lot of people are creating this music and what comes out. And I done a blog on that too when someone made a comment, what in the hell is this or something like that. Not realizing that people have alter egos when the music take over. When they get in front of a crowd, they get this adrenaline rush. And it's not the same person that they see on an everyday basis. But I think a little deeper than other people, so hey, I'm going to leave it at that. But I want you to even be conscious of how we speak about each other in our music, whether it be how we view relationships, what your preferences are, how you try to break people down. I mean, if to me, and I could be wrong, if you're putting derogatory things in your music, isn't that an emotional abuse? I know people have the choice of not listening, yeah, when you're on your own time. But what if you're in a grocery store shopping, or you want to go and see a comedy act at a club, or you don't have the option to change the music, I would say. That could be even simple as riding in someone else's car. And I would like to say that, yes, even in your customer service in a restaurant, I understand because I've worked in HR before. After COVID, okay, during COVID, it was hard to find people that were going to risk their lives to work. After COVID, it is hard to staff people, right? But I don't feel like celebrities should be treated better than people who are paying their money. Because as one commentator said, how often are celebrities coming into your restaurant and basically paying your bills? It's the regular people that are coming in to do that. And you get more regular people to come in and do that if you give them great customer service. Because I know myself have left places. I went to the Soul Train Awards one year, and I did go as a seat filler, but they were moving people to closer to the front and moving some people to the closer to the stage to make it look like it was more, you know how it goes, to make it seem like the event is packed when actually they're still filling seats. And there was a guy there, this was in Las Vegas, and he was so rude. Well, you're not going to move up because you're not sitting down. As if I'm not a grown woman. Okay, let me leave. Because I don't have to look at any of this. I can look at this on TV. Me and my homeboy, we left. And he was like, why you leave? I was like, there's a certain way that I'm going to let people treat me as a person. That I don't care what you got going on, how much money you got, how much notoriety you got, or whatever. I made this comment, and I referenced this before. I made a comment on a hip hop artist, a rapper named Plies. Uh, he had some commentary going on. It wasn't him, but basically that women need to get in line when men have money. Now, I made the comment that I wouldn't kiss your ass to get along with your face. And I was saying about how the other dude came in, caping for him or whatever. But my whole point is, in any situation, I'm going to always try to treat the other person right because that's just me. But I want my respect as a person. I'm not a less than. I'm not a you go over there or you need to do this. We're not in positions where just because even with the police put on their badge and think that they can talk to you any kind of way sometimes. Now, granted, there are some nice policemen, but some of them talk to you so horribly because they have on that suit when you should treat people as people all the time, no matter what. So I just feel like that the situation with Keith Lee going to Atlanta is actually exposing some things about how we treat people within our culture. And I'm going to leave it at that for this week. I want to tell you, you can order Blonde Intelligence merch on blonde-intelligence.com. I have drink tumblers, t-shirts, and rolling trays, and I also do custom orders. I also support Black businesses here in Pine Bluff. So Takira has a chocolate covered strawberry shop that she has. You can order on Facebook. I'll play her promotion here at the end of the broadcast. Remember that the podcast is on all podcasting platforms. It streams live on social media. Follow me at Miss.Blonde Intelligence or follow Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence. Bye.
Do you have an event or special occasion? Are you a lover of chocolate and strawberries? Tea Sweet Treats and More specializes in chocolate dipped and drizzled strawberries. She uses the freshest strawberries and the finest chocolates for Tea's Sweet Treat. To order, contact Takira on Facebook Sweet Treats and More or by phone at 870-663-3604.
Hey girl, let me tell you about this podcast.
Girl, everybody has a podcast these days.
But this one interviews new and interesting indie artists. It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence.
Really? Where can I find it?
It's on all podcasting platforms, streams live on social media.
What'd you say it was called again?
It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence.
Girl, I'm gonna have to check her out.
Give it a check, girl.